Hi everyone, welcome once more to Best Science Brain YouTube channel. We're giving my solutions to NECO 2024 Mathematics Examination, NECO July 2024 Mathematics Examination. So we're giving the solutions to the main paper right now. And then we'll have number 8 question there that says a cone has a radius of 110 cm and slant height of 26 cm. Find the total surface area correct to one decimal place. So look at the diagram of the cone drawn for you there. You see the slant height 26 cm, see the radius 10 cm, see the height of the cone, and you see the angle sustained by the cone at the center of the circle. So to find the total surface area, we apply pi r bracket R plus L equal to 20 over 7 times 10, bracket opens, then 10 plus 26. So solving out to have 2220 over 7 times 36 over 1, and that gives us 1131.4 cm cubed to one decimal place. Number 2 says II, volume of the cone correct to 2 decimal places. Only given by 1 over 3 or 1/3 pi r squared h. That is 1/3 pi to 2 over 7. Then r is the radius 10 squared. Then times the height. So how to find the height? This height is different from the slant height. So look at the diagram. See the height. The slant height is 26. So find the height using Pythagoras theorem. So height becomes square root of L squared minus R squared. That is 26 squared minus 10 squared, which becomes root of 576. That gives us 24 cm. So you now substitute height in this formula. We now have volume equal to 1/3 times 2 over 7 times 100. 100 is 10 squared. Then times 24, which is the height obtained, all over 7 times 1. So solving this expression, we'll have the volume of the cone as 2514.29 cm cubed to 2 decimal places. 2514.29 cm cubed to decimal places. So 8II says the angle of the sector that is formed by the cone. So for the diagram, we'll find sine alpha using opposite over hypotenuse 10 over 26. That gives us 0.3846. We'll find alpha, which is the sine inverse of 0.3846. That gives us 22.6 degrees. Then the angle theta, that angle at the center becomes 2 alpha. That is 2 times 22.6. That gives us 45.2 degrees. We'll now go to question 7a that says, solve the equation 19 over 12 minus 3 all over 4 into s minus 4 equal to 5 over 6. So that gives us 19 over 12 minus, we expand the denominator, that gives us 4s minus 16 equal to 5 over 6. We collect items. 19 minus 5 over 6 equal to 3s all over 4 minus s. Then we'll take the LCM of 12 and 6, and that is 12. So 12 into 12 is 1. 1 multiplied by 19 gives us 19. 6 into 12 is 2. 2 times 5 gives us 10. All over 3s equal to 3 all over 4s minus 16. We'll now subtract the numerator on the left hand side. 19 minus 10 gives us 9 over 12 equal to 3 all over 4s minus 16. We then cross multiply. So now have 9 into 4s minus 16, bracket opens and closes. Then 3 times 12. That will have 36s minus 144, when we open the bracket, equal 36. Collect items, 36s equal to 36 plus 144, which will give us 180. S becomes 180 over 36. That gives us 5. So we'll now go to question number 7. This is number 7a. We'll go to 7b. 7b is a question on partial variation. That say the cost of transporting is partially constant and partially varies as the distance covered. The cost is 102,500 when 220 kilometer is covered, and 134,500 when 300 kilometer is covered. The distance between Lagos, and Kaduna is 982 kilometers. Find the cost of transportation. So solution have the relationship C, which equal to A plus BD, where C is the cost of transportation, A and B are the variation constant, and D the distance. So with the information given to us, we now have 102500 equal to A plus 220B. That becomes equation 1. 134500 equal to A plus 300B. That becomes equation 2. We now subtract equation 2 from equation 1. 102500 minus 134500 gives us minus 32,000. Then A eliminates A. 220B minus 300B gives us minus 80B. So we look for B. B becomes 32,000 over 80, and that gives us 400. Then from equation 1, we make A the subject. A is 102500 minus 220B, and then we substitute for B, which is 400. We now have 102500 minus 220 multiplied by 400, and that gives us A as 14500. Then, given that the distance covered from Lagos to Kaduna is 982 kilometers, cost, this is the variation law now, is 14500 plus 400D. We substitute D with 982. That gives us cost equal to 14500 plus 400 multiplied by 982. That gives us 407,300. That is 407,300 naira. We now use 6A. 6A says, go to number 6 now. Using mathematical tables, evaluate fourth root of 4,000 multiplied by 5.9 all over 5.61 multiplied by 4.39. So go to the table, have number, log, and the third column there. Then 4,000, the log of 4,000 gives us 3.6021. Work with log, don't use calculator, please. If not, you get different values. Then the fourth root of 4,000 is 3.6021 divided by 4, and that gives us 0.9005 to 4 figures. Then we'll now find the log of 5.9. That gives us 1.880. So we'll now add the two, because the two they are numerators. So when I'm applying, you add them together. We'll add the two, 0.9005 plus 1.880. That gives us 2.7805. We'll go to the denominator now. So we'll have the fair value there is 5.61. The log is 0.7490. Then the next value is 4.39. The log is 0.6425. So having done that, so we'll have the values written out. So what we'll do, we'll have the two values that I'm applying. We'll say add them together, 0.7490 plus 0.6425. That will give us 1.3915. We'll now subtract the two values, numerator for the denominator for the numerator. That is 2.7805 minus 1.3915. That gives us 1.389. So we'll now find the anti-log of 1.389, and that gives us 24.49. 24.49. So you can view it once more to check the working again. So that is it. To make it clearer. So you have it there again. The first column, 4,000, then going with 3.021 log. Then on the other side, nothing. Then root of 4,000, fourth root of 4,000, going with 3.021 divided by 4, giving us 0.9005. Then log of 75.9, number 75.9 gives us 1.880, which is 1. That gives us 1.880. They will now add these two values, 0.9005 plus 1.880. That gives us 2.7805. Then denominator 5.61, the log is 0.7490. Then the other value also, the denominator 4.39 gives us log 0. The value of the log is 0.6425. We'll add these two values and we'll get 1.3915. So now have 2.7805 minus 1.3915, and that will give us 1.389. So anti-log of 1.389 gives us 24.49. We'll go to number 6b that says express 4553 base 6 to base 3. Solution, we'll first convert that number to base 10. So 4553 base 6 to s. That s is number in base 10. We use the expansion method. So we'll have 6 times 4 equal to 24 plus 5 equal to 29 times 6 equal to 174 plus 5. That gives us 179 plus times 6. That gives us 1074 plus 3. That gives us 1077. I repeat, 6 times 4 equal to 24 plus 5 equal to 29 times 6 equal to 174 plus 5 equal to 179 times 6 equal to 1074 plus 3. That gives us 1077. So the number 4553 base 6 is equal to 1077 base 10. We'll now convert the base 10 to base 3. Converting 1077 base 10 to base 3, the number in base 3 because z. So divide 1077 divided by 3, that gives us 359, remainder 0. 359 divided by 3, that gives us 119, remainder 2. 119 divided by 3, that gives us 39, remainder 2. 39 divided by 3, that gives us 13, remainder 0. 30 divided by 3, that gives us 4, remainder 1. 4 divided by 3, that gives us 1, remainder 1. 1 divided by 3, that gives us 0, remainder 1. So the answer is, we count from the bottom, is 111, that is 11102, 22, that is 2220 base 3. 1110222 base 3. We'll now go to the fifth question on section part 2, that number 12. We have the table of scores of candidates given to us there. Mark in percentage and frequency. 1 to 10, frequency is 26. 11 to 20, frequency is 36. 21 to 30, 38. 31 to 40, frequency is 30. And then 41 to 50, frequency is 15. And 51 to 60, frequency is 5. We ask, calculate the correct to 1 decimal place or so. 1, the mean score. 2, the median score. 3, the modal score. So before we solve the problem, how to construct a frequency or a CF table. We have the mark 1 to 10, then the class mark, or which you call S, is 5.5. You get by 5.5 by adding 1 and 10 and dividing by 2. The lower boundary and the upper boundary divided by 2. So 1 plus 10, 11 divided by 2 gives 5.5. Frequency is 2. Then S of F, that is a S 5.5 times 26, that gives us 143. Then the class boundary is 0.5 to 10.5. We go to 11 to 20. The class mark, which is the sum of the two divided by 2, gives us 15.5. Frequency 36. Then S of F, that is the mark times frequency, that gives us 15.5 times 36, that gives us 558. Then the class boundary is 10.5 to 20.5. Then 21 to 30. The mark is 25.5. That is the sum of the two divided by 2. The frequency is 38. Then the S of F is 969. Then the class boundary is 20.5 to 30.5. Then 31 to 40, the class mark is 35.5. The sum of the two, 31 plus 40 divided by 2. Then the frequency is 30. Then the S of F is 1065. That is 35.5 times 30, 1065. The class boundary is 30.5 to 40.5. Then the 41 to 50 class boundary, the class mark is 45.5. frequency is 5, then S of F is 68.2.5, the class boundary is 40.5 to 50.5. Then for 51 to 60, the S of the class mark is 55.5, frequency is 5, then the S of F is 277.5, the class boundary is 50.5 to 60.5. Then we'll have to find the sum of the frequency. The sum of the frequency gives us 150. That the cumulative frequency is 150. Then the sum of S of F is 3695. Now look for the mean. The mean with the first question, we have to find the mean score. That is S bar equal sum of S of F all over sum of F. That gives us 3695 over 150, and that gives us 24.6. That's our mean. 24.6. That's our mean. So we'll go to the means to want this map. We'll go to the median score. For the median score, formula is L1 plus bracket B bracket opens N over 2 minus C FB all over FM bracket closes multiplied by C. So N over 2 is the CF over 2. So 150 is the CF, frequency over 2. That gives us 75. And that is the median position. Median position at 75. So the median class lies in the CF of 21 to 30 from our table. Then the LI, that is the lower class boundary for the median class 20.5. Then they could CF, that the frequency before the class band, before the median class is 68. Then the class suite is 10. So solving, okay, the median frequency is 38 for the table. So solving for the median or inputting the values into this formula that we have above, we now have median equal to 20.5 plus bracket open 75 minus 68 all over 38 multiplied by 10. So that's the formula. So solving this out, median equal to 20.5 plus 70 all over 38. That becomes 20.5 plus 1.842. And that gives us 22.3 to 1 decimal place as the median. Number 3 is the mode. The mode is same L1 plus change, that is delta 1 all over delta 1 plus delta 2 close bracket multiplied by C. So our L1 is 20.5. That is the lower, the boundary of the median class or the modal class. It happened that the modal class is centered the median class from the table. We had the highest frequency. Then our delta 1 is 38 minus 30. That the frequency of the modal class minus the frequency of the class before the modal class. That is 38 minus 30. That gives you 2. And then delta 2 is 38 minus 30. Frequency of the modal class minus the frequency of the class after the modal class. That gives us 8. The class width is also the same 2. So we input everything in the formula. We'll have mode equal to 20.5 plus 2 all over 2 plus 8 multiplied by 10. So that gives us mode 20.5 plus 0.2 multiplied by 10. And that gives us 22.5 as our mode, 22.5 to 1 decimal place. Having done 5 complete questions in session in part 2, we'll now go to part 1 and pick 3 questions. So we'll look at the first question. Says solve the following pairs of equation. 4a minus 12b equal to 16, and then 2a plus 3b equal to 7. Hence, find the positive value of k given that a plus b equal to k squared. So this pair of equation is simultaneous equation. So we solve by elimination method. Multiply equation 1 by 1 and multiply equation 2 by 2. So why do we need to use 4 and use 2? Because we know that the ratio of 4 and 2, the equation of A is 2 is to 1. So instead of using 4 and 2 and making your work ambiguous, you can use multiply equation 1 by 1. That's the equation of if you divide ratio of 4 and 2 is 1 is to 2. So multiply equation 1 by the ratio of the equation 2 and multiply equation 2 by the ratio of the coefficient of equation 1. You open a bracket, we now have 4a minus 12b equal to 16. Then 4a plus 6b equal to 14. We'll open the bracket. So we'll subtract 4a eliminates 4a, then minus 12 minus c gives us minus 18b, and 16 minus 14 gives us 2. Maybe the solid b becomes minus 2 over 18. That gives us minus 1 over 9 as our b. Then from equation 1, we'll make a the subject. 4a equal to 16 plus 12b. A becomes 16 plus 12b over 4. That becomes 16 into 12 into minus 1 over 9 over 4. Solving this out, we'll have 16 all over a equal to 16 minus 4 over 3 all over 4. And that will give us 11 over 3. So a is 11 over 3, while b is minus 1 over 9. So we'll continue. A plus b is equal to k squared. So k squared now becomes minus a is 11 over 3 and b is minus 1 over 9. So it becomes 11 over 3 minus 1 over 9. We'll take the LCM of the two and then solve. Bring it together, we'll now have 32 over 9. So k becomes square root of 32 over 9. And that is approximately 1.89. Since we're looking for the positive value of k, 1.89. We pick number 2 that say the fourth and seventh terms of a GP are 8 and 64 over 27 respectively. Find the I common ratio II first term. Solution: the near term of a GP given by Tn equal to A R n raised to power minus 1. So Tn is 8 equal to A into R raised to power 3. That is for the fourth term. Since n is 4, you substitute, you have that, and the fourth term is 8. Then for the seventh term, since we are giving the fourth and seventh term, for the seventh term, we have 64 over 27 equal to a into 6. That 6 is 7 minus 1, that gives us 6. Equation 1 and 2. So divide equation 2 by equation 1. We now have 64 over 27 divided by 8 equal to a arrow 6 raised power 6 divided by a raised power 3. So when we solve, we have 64 over 27 times 1 over 8 equal to a cancels a. We now have a raised power 6 minus 3, applying the law of indices. So we'll have 8 over 27 equal to a raised power 3 or a root cube. So to find r become the cube root of 8 over 27. You can see the sign there, and that gives us 2 over 3. So the common ratio is 2 over 3. That settles question 2ai. 2ai says find the first term. So from equation 1, we'll make a the subject. A becomes 8 over r root cube becomes 8 all over 2 raised power 2 over 3 cube. That becomes a divided by 8 over 27, and that becomes 8 over 1 times 27 over 8. So 8 cancels 8. So our a becomes 27. So the first time is 27. So we go to question number 2b. Express 4231 base 5 in denary. That is, we're going to convert from base 5 to base 10. Denary means base 10. Solution: let 4231 base 5 equal to s base 10. So we'll use the expansion method. So we'll have 5 times 4, 20, plus 2, that gives us what, 22, times 5 again, that gives us 110. Then plus 3, that gives us 113, times 5, that gives us 565. Then plus 1, that gives us 566 base 10. So that's the solution, 566 base 10. So we go to question number 4. Number 4 says, given the following set of numbers, 26987987, calculate to two decimal places 1, the mean deviation, then I add the standard deviation. We'll start by preparing our table S, that the values we have 26987. Don't repeat any value. Then frequency, how many times they occurred? 1 for 2, 1 for 6, 2 for 9, 2 for 8, and 2 for 7. Then sum of frequency, you add them, you have 8. Then we'll have SF, that is S, that is 2 times 1, multiplying F by S by F values. We have 2, 6, 18, 16, 14. We'll now find the sum of SF, that gives us 56. The next column is S minus S bar. S bar is mean. That means you have to find your mean first. That's part of question number 1. Mean is S, summation of S of F, all over summation of F. That becomes 56 over 8. That gives you 7. So you get your mean. You now go back to the table. Then S minus F, that becomes 2 minus 7. They come back again. S minus 7. Our mean is 7. So we have a S minus S bar. So I think the error there, I'll have to correct this error now. So the error is corrected now. So for the first column, S minus bar is 5. Second column, 2. Third, 2. And then 1 and then 0. So have 5, 1, 2, 1, 0 under S minus mean. Then having done that, go to question number 1. The mean had been calculated before as S bar SF over SF, summation of SF over summation of S of F. If this is over A, that gives us 7. Then the mean deviation is summation of F into S minus S bar all over summation of F. That becomes 12 over 8. And that'll give us 1.50 as the mean deviation to two decimal places. The next, we have to find the standard deviation. We'll create another table, another column. This table, the first column is S minus S bar squared. So we square the values on the last column, on the second to the last column. That is 5, 1, 2, 1, 0. So when we square this, we'll be getting 25, 1, 4, 1, 0. That is S minus deviation from the mean squared. That is S minus S bar squared. So we now have F multiplied by square of the division of the mean. We have 25, 1, 4, 8, 2, 0. We add up everything. If we add up, we now have 36. That 15 is cancelled. We have 36. So you have a clearer view. So S minus S bar squared, 25, 1, 4, 1, 0. Then F into that for question II. F into S minus S bar squared, 25, 1, 8, 2, 0. Summation, it gives you 36. So that deviation again by summation of F into S minus S bar squared all over summation of F. So that gives us square root of 36 all over 8. That gives us square root of 4.5. And that will give us 2.12. Two decimal places, 2.12. So we take a look at the table once more. And the other table once more to get it clearer. So we are come to the end of this solution from NECO Mathematics July 2024. 5 questions from the session B, the member, and 3 questions from session A, making it a total of 8 questions.